Yo, what's good, YTBC? What's good, fight fans, boxing heads around the world? B Marsh with another boxing video. So the man Luis Ortiz, the Cuban undefeated southpaw, this guy's threatening legal action if he doesn't get his fight with Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is in a tight position, man. His back's against the wall, in my opinion, and he gotta fulfill these mandatories. You know what I mean? He got the IBF rankings with what's his name, Kubra Pulev. You know what I'm saying? He's due for a title shot. And also the WBA mandatory, who's Luis Ortiz, he's due for a title shot. But Luis Ortiz right now is saying, man, he's not going to step aside for nobody. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the IBF is talking about, he says he's going to take action, and he wants to get that fight first, you know what I mean? And I think, in my opinion, man, it's only right, Kubra Pulev has had his opportunity at a world title fight, you know what I mean? And you see what Vlad did doing, Vladimir Klitschko. You check it, this man, Luis Ortiz, you know what I mean? He ain't getting no younger. This man's paid his dues. You know what I'm saying? I still hold the fact that the man did take steroids when he fought, what's his name, man? Was it Latif Coyote? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you check it. Was it Latif Coyote or the other African? What's his name? Son that Amir Mansour knocked out. I can't even remember his name at the moment. Now you check it. This man Luis Ortiz, you know what I mean? He's been waiting for this big fight, and he's due for a title shot, and I think he deserves it, you know what I mean? And if he doesn't get it, man, he's planning to take these guys to court, you know what I'm saying? He said they did step aside for this particular fight for him to fight the man Vladimir Klitschko, you know what I'm saying? But he ain't stepping aside, no more, you know what I mean? The man said, he had a special agreement with the man Eddie Hearn, you know what I mean, for him to take this fight with Vladimir Klitschko. So that fight happened, and he's due up for his title shot, and I think the man deserves it, you know what I mean? You check it, we want to see what he's about, you know what I'm saying, in a real big fight. You check it, he's been knocking out all his opponents, you know what I mean? I seen him live at the DC Armory when he dispatched Tony Thompson, and it was in 6 rounds, but he dropped him numerous times, you know what I mean? So, Luis Ortiz deserves that title shot, you know what I mean? You check it. Otherwise he said, he's looking to fight this man come by October. You check it, and it's basically the same situation like Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis, you know what I'm saying? When Mike Tyson had that WBC belt he got off of Frank Bruno, you know what I'm saying? The man, Lennox Lewis was the mandatory, but Tyson wasn't trying to fight him. You know what I'm saying? And Don King and them were avoiding him. The man Lennox Lewis took Tyson to court, and they won a $4 million lawsuit. The man Tyson had to vacate the belt, you know what I'm saying? You check it, and that's how Lennox Lewis became a champ. He had to fight for the vacated belt from with what's his name? With Oliver McCall, you know what I mean? You check it, so this guy, Lennox Lewis, Luis Ortiz, the man definitely deserves his shot, and I'd love to see that fight personally, you know what I mean? You check it. These sanctioning bodies, they trying to mess up for their own personal benefit. They trying to mess up undisputed champion at the heavyweight, you know what I mean? And we're a couple fights close to it, you know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder's he's called out every champion in from the WBO champion, Luis Ortiz, what's his name, Joseph Parker, the Anthony Joshua, the unified champ, you know what I mean? Some people say that Wilder ducked Ortiz, but that's a dangerous fight for the man Wilder to take, just coming off of a serious hand injury, you know what I mean? Which could potentially also be a career-threatening injury, because the man needs to use his hands to apply his trade, you know what I mean? So, I think that was a good decision by him. The man been a mandatory, you know what I mean, Luis Ortiz, so that's the route he's going, the WBA route. He used to be the interim WBA champ, but he dropped that belt, you know what I'm saying? So he's due for his title shot, you know what I mean? The man, he also has a daughter who's, sick, who's gone through medical procedures, you know what I mean, that, for a young kid, it's life-threatening, you know what I mean? So the man has a family, and he's not no spring chicken, you know what I'm saying? The man talked about in the article, I'm going to throw the links in the description box, how, he came from crossed over to the United States through coming in a boat, you know what I'm saying, through harsh conditions, you know what I'm saying, living on bread and water in Cuba, you know what I mean, crossing the Gulf and, you know, coming from Cuba to United States, you know what I mean, to defect from his country. So, you know, this man, if anything, he does deserve his title shot. And, you know, this is where Anthony Joshua is in a tight position, and that's what comes with the territory. You know what I'm saying? Right now, and it's not been right now for some years now. There's been a lot of undefeated heavyweights, but these fellas ain't fighting each other. You know what I mean? Now it's time to get to work. You know what I'm saying? You know, it comes with the territory. You know what I'm saying? And Luis Ortiz said it himself. You know what I mean? The best fight the best. You know what I'm saying? If Anthony Joshua wants to be the best, he has to fight the best. You know what I mean? And you check it, the man Anthony Joshua has a lot of competition right now in the division. There's Wilder, there's Ortiz, and eventually all these fellas need to fight each other. You know what I mean? And if you don't like, if the pressure's too hot, man, you might as well drop the belts. That like the man Tyson Fury. I think the pressure was too hot for him as far as having to go now and fight all these other heavyweights out there like Wilder and Anthony Joshua, and you know, that's why the man basically, you know, went into that drug binge, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, and got out of shape, dropped the belts, and he's just you know, not acting like a professional fighter, you know what I'm saying, and you know that's probably a way to get out of all this pressure now, you know what I mean? And it's not pressure, man, it's boxing, man. You know, the fans want to know who the best is. And Luis Ortiz is looking to pursue that, and I commend him, man. And if he has to take him to court like Lennox Lewis did Mike Tyson, do what you got to do, you know what I'm saying? I hope it doesn't get to that, you know what I'm saying? But Anthony Joshua's in a tight position. What will he do? You know what I mean? Luis Ortiz knows what he wants. We don't know right now what Anthony Joshua's going to do, you know what I mean? But I'd like to see that fight because I want to know what this guy Luis Ortiz is about, you know what I mean? Let me know in the comment section what you think about this. I'll leave the links in the description box, and I'm going to catch you on the next vid. Peace.